Hello, stream. I'm back again, and we're doing our stuff. We're doing all our stuff. Let me make sure stream is working really quick. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, so in essence, a couple things we need to do today. Main thing, I want to start getting this iron patch actually done. I cannot hear. No, I can't hear everything. Just a bit quiet. There we go. So there's a couple things I need to do. This is, I want to, one second. I want to do some train stuff. Basically, I want to get some train stuff done. In order to do that, I need quite a lot of stuff. And by quite a lot of stuff, I mean basically everything right here. Everything right here needs to start being automated. Pretty tough because there's a lot of things here, but we'll start trying to get it going. In terms of research right now, I'm going to start with a little bit of fluid processing. I don't really need that too much at the moment, but fluid handling is something we're going to be working on, so I'm going to get that researched at the very least. That's going to give us a couple more things for us to actually create. But yeah, more or less, I want to get started on making this. And I'm going to use more or less the same model that we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to see what we can actually do with this. Doing the same, like, roofing wide, space in between to add more stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I want to see what I can get done with this, because there's a lot of things we need to make. So let's take a look. In essence, we've got some base resources we need to make, and we've got some more complicated resources. So first, we need. Actually, you know, there's honestly not that much we need to craft. We do have to do a couple iron gears, which that's something. But I think our main thing is gonna be the engines. That's the that's the bit that's gonna be pretty actually get done. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do in order to handle that, we're going to have these all start creating. Actually, that might be a bit excessive. I was gonna say we can have all these start creating gears. That might be a bit much. I don't know if we need that many. Let's take another look. Steel cargo wagons do need 10 iron gears, so we do need some. That's basically it. That's the only thing. We honestly are gonna need. We might need more iron sticks. Okay. What I'm gonna do. You need iron gears. But I'm also gonna have iron sticks going through. So we're doing this. Then over here, I'm gonna do one more iron gear. We're doing engines. And this one is gonna feed directly into the engines. So let's get started on building this out. So first off, hey there, welcome in. Welcome back. We're gonna go like this. Over to there. And then I think we're gonna throw one right over to or yeah, let's do this. We're gonna have this go all the way over to here, and we can start actually using it. You're eating a food. Congratulations. Also, thank you for starting goal. I just remembered that. I always forget it, but thank you. Um, I accidentally pressed that button. I accidentally pressed the shoot button. My bad. My mistake. I am gonna need a lot more conveyor belts. You're gonna set us up. I appreciate it. Thank you. How am I doing for ammo over here? I got a little bit more. So, I can do some more researches. None of this is super important to me right now. I guess I'll do oil gathering. What does this need? Steel, electronic circuits, copper plates. Might start making some of those to power our outer stations. Actually, no, that's not a great idea yet because we don't have the batteries researched. But eventually I'll do that. I do need some more iron. My inventory is getting more and more full. That's okay. What am I looking at making next? I do need a lot more fast inserters. And let's figure out what we need in terms of inputs. I do need probably a full bill of iron. Might be a bit excessive, but we do need that. Do we need any copper? I don't think we would. Yeah, no, we don't need copper. I do need steel. I do need stone. Hey, I'm gonna need pipes. Do these need pipes, or is it just that? It's just that. I kind of forgot. This is gonna need pipes. How am I gonna manage that? How am I gonna manage getting pipes into this little thing? How am I gonna do that? Okay, well first let's figure out the inputs. I think this bottom one is basically gonna be the same as the top one, where it's gonna be it's essentially gonna be steel, but instead of stone we're doing stone, or instead of copper we're doing stone. They already Abu already did Slime Rancher, you know this, right? You do realize this. They already did Slime Rancher. They like I haven't done it. I've played Slime Rancher I think a tiny bit one time, but they already did it. Anyways, we're gonna do full belt of iron. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do same thing with the circuits. I think that's basically it. Okay, so running this the same way. Split it off. Go all the way down to here. Split it off. Go all the way down to here. I think this one is going to have to go further down this time. How do I want to manage? I do this? I technically could do this. Let's see. Does this make sense? Because what I'm thinking is what I might be able to do, depending on how exactly it works, is use this to place pipes down, then take the pipes and immediately put them into there, and then I can put the engines back this way. I just need to check that it is gonna, yeah, it is putting them in the right spot, so that works. The only other thing I'm thinking for that, we add a filter right, or left is gonna be pipes, so we don't have pipes going all the way down. That should be fine. Or actually, you know what? Let's make this simpler. We're just gonna do this, this. They're just gonna be on the floor. That's fine. Right? Does that work? I think that works. Yeah, that works completely fine. No problems with that. Okay. And then this is going to output onto there. We do need that, that. These are going to output there. And then these are also going to need to take a little bit of iron input all the way over here. Barely doesn't reach everything. That's fine. Larry is chasing you. Too bad. Sucks. Sorry. But yeah, it is expensive. It can get pretty expensive. What am I doing next? Let's see. So these things up here are going to be the ones that need gears and or iron rods. So I do need train stops. And I do need cargo wagons. I think those are the only two. And rails. Okay. So what I'm going to do is these two are going to have train stop cargo wagons. And then the bottom one, because it doesn't need either, we'll do rail signals. These are going to take that as input. This isn't going to need anything from here, but it will need iron and the electronic circuits. So what I'm going to do is this. This, except this is one off. This, this, that. So that is going to result in both iron and electronic circuits running down. I need steel for any of these. I do need some steel. Okay, so I do need to manage that as well. Well, I see one thing is the iron is coming from here. So I technically just need the circuits and the steel. This needs steel. This one doesn't even need steel. Even need it. But these two do. And it also needs stone, so I think no matter what, I am gonna have to... Well, here, what I can do instead is I can run it like this, and I can move this back by 1. If you understand what I mean. I can move it back to here. That way we can have this split off, go up this way, and now we get all the inputs we need. There we go. There we go, that works. Pretty sure at least. Okay, let's try this out. Well, but I can't really right now, but that is missing. There we go. Okay, and now we just need the output chests. Where should I throw those? Not really good spots to put them for any of these. I guess they have to be like around here. Right there. And then, well, no. Okay. That there. And then these two go like that. Okay, that works. Let's fill these up. This one, that should be perfectly fine. This one should be slightly more, something like that. This one we're gonna need a ton of. I'm doing full 2 rows of that. Oh no, they got larried. Oh, that sucks. I have no clue what you're talking about. Also, I did not really do this correctly because I do need something to split off for this. Let's do that, that, that. Okay, cool. So, let's do our next row of machines, which are going to be cargo wagon. Definitely need that. I do need chain rail signals. Those are pretty simple. I can just throw these wherever. And then I do need steel. I need steel for both of these, right? Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is this, and then we're gonna send the rest of the steel up to here. And we are going to input everything we can. That one doesn't really need it, but that, and then this one needs this, and this one needs this. Boom, bang, boop. Now all we need is our underground belts to go there. And we just need our outputs. Cargo wagons, that, that, and then okay, throw an output for this one. Suppose we'll just do an underground belt. Fine. Okay. This one, I'm probably only gonna need one thing. This one, 4 should be fine. Okay. I think that works. I think that should be perfectly okay. Let's start getting some inputs in. So, all we need for green belts here, what we'll do is we'll do half of one up here, and this one can go up to here. I don't need red belts in this, but just for the sake of future proofing, I'll add oops that so that it's only half a row of green. Then we're gonna need an iron. Can you do... No, I'm not gonna do one of those videos. I'm not doing that. Always ask this. I'm not doing that. Accidentally completely just shot up this random stuff. Now it's fine. Next thing. What am I doing for next thing? I do need to bring the stone up. I need to bring the steel up. Let's go ahead and bring the steel up to here. This is also a half one, so that. And I need to bring some stone up. When did this finish researching? I wasn't really paying attention. It does have music, it's just very, very quiet. Here, I can probably... It's very, very subtle music, but there is some music. Alright, let's make sure things are starting to get built. Main thing we're missing right now for most stuff is steel. Oh, this one needs rods, right? It does not need iron. So let's do that really quick. This also needs rods, doesn't it? Does it need iron? It also needs iron. Okay. Okay, got these going. That makes sense. How's this doing? This needs some steel too. Let's add steel inputs. This is going to be very slow, isn't it? Doing just one of these is going to be very slow for producing our actual engines because we need 20 each. I think it's fine though. It's fine. How's this doing? This is doing completely fine. Everything we expect to be producing stuff at this point is producing stuff. So I think we're chill. We're chilling. Let's see. Is there anything? We're kind of... Yeah, no, I think we're good. We just need to input stone to get some rails going. And then we need to input... No, that's it. That's it. We only need stone, and then we got rails going. I am gonna make, I think, a separate line of stone compared to what we have. Because right now all of our stone is feeding into the smelters. And it's not even enough to completely fill those, I think. So, well, I don't know. Do I need to? Probably should. It'll be fine. Balance this as well. And I don't think I'm gonna make this one of the main lines. I don't know if there's really anything else that would need it as a main line. Well, do I? I guess so. I was kind of thinking I would make this one a second steel, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's whatever. We'll just do this. We'll do this. Second, I'm organizing this slightly. Okay, hopefully that'll be fine. Hopefully. Not gonna give us much stone, but we don't need a ton. It's only one thing that's actually using it, so. Alright, how are we doing in terms of engines? 15. Okay, you know what? That's faster than I expected it to be. I think it'll be fine. Okay, I think we're good. We're starting to produce all the rail stuff. Not going super fast, but it is happening. Cargo wagons, we got rails, we got our train stops, got our signals. Yeah, we got tons of things. We should be completely fine. Okay. Let's see. I think we're kind of set for now. Eventually, I do want to do a similar thing for this for inserters and conveyor belts, but right now that's not super important. I think getting more resources in general is more uh it's more relevant to what we need to get done. There's another iron thing right down there. I just did not notice. This one's bigger anyway, so it's fine, but didn't notice that whatsoever. Okay. Let's see. Everything's running fine so far. I think just for the sake of organization, I'm gonna extend the rest of these conveyors up. So we can much more easily see what we actually have available. And theoretically, we only have one, once this is full capacity at least, we only have one iron iron line left. And we have 2 copper lines left. Means we are technically running low. And we are also technically out of green circuits. Technically we are. But not really. Because one thing is, even when we're running at full capacity, this isn't going to be on 100% of the time. So we're not really using a full thing. We're not using a full one. Delete anything. I don't really need that. I don't really need this. I don't really need this. Concrete is kind of nice. Kind of nice. I don't need it. Recipe for this. Water, stone, brick, iron ore. Eh. Refined concrete. No. Okay, which of these researches? This is gonna go into portable solar panel. I need to get oil processing done, and I can get modular armor. And get all these different upgrades. Pretty nice upgrades. Eventually you can get power armor Mark II, and all this kind of stuff. Alright. Let me remind myself. I can find it. What does blue science cost? Sulfur advanced, yeah, it's pretty expensive. Okay, I think solar panels. Solar panels are the only thing we really need. Let's just queue stuff for now. Just go through and add things to the list so that we don't have to keep manually doing it. Okay, but we have extended all of our lines, and we do have our first train engine set up. So I think let's go ahead and set up a rail line over to our thing. For now, I'm just going to use this to actually start doing it. And another question, I was going to say another question is, where do we actually bring the iron to? I think it is just down here. I think we just bring it down here and make more of these, like, next to each other. I think that's the logical answer to what we do with that. So let's have it show up right around here somewhere. And we're going to extend it over this way to an area where where if we go up, we probably won't get in the way, at least not anytime soon. And wherever we're able, we should prefer straight tracks. Let's see. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I can map it out like this? I did not know that. I can map out the railway, like, in... using ghosts Just doing that. Not aware. Not aware. I guess that kind of works, but I don't know. I think simplest thing to do is just gonna be to do a straight line up to like here and then do a 45-degree, but we'll see. Oh, this doesn't work, does it? Another thing, we definitely want to get rid of the biter nest over to the right. Because there is one over to the right there that I can see. Would prefer to that for that to not end up messing with us. Okay, let's see. This, I think this is 45 degrees. But what matters most is that it's a straight line. And that we can have stuff running parallel to it. Here we go. Okay. There's the railway. And now, important thing, we need this to be able to turn around. And I also need to figure out how far apart to put all of these. Let's see. Factorio, how far apart you put rails? 2 to 4 tiles. That makes sense. We'll just do 4. Main thing is I just needed to reconnect to this. Needed to reconnect to one of these. Okay, where? If I do this, there you go. Now you want to reconnect. Okay. Now these are 4 tiles apart, and we can start processing some of this. Or, well, rather, used a lot of rails doing that. Need to figure out how to do this. I guess that is the idea? Yeah, I think that should be fine. It's okay. I think I can manage with that kind of separation. Music is so ominous right now. Really, it's like, it's not creepy. But this is pretty creepy. Okay, here I need to do the same thing and also get rid of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to get it down to that. It's not exactly what I want, but I think it's whatever. I rock. Perish. Alright. Right now, rail. You go grab a little bit more. Go grab a little more. Essentially, the reason I'm doing 2 rails right next to each other is I don't just want to run one train back and forth. I want this to be compatible with many trains running at the same time and them being able to go anywhere on the network. So instead of having to create a bunch of independent rail lines, I do intersections and I do connected stops and all this kind of stuff. Oh, it's too late now. I was gonna say I should have grabbed the other resources I need for this, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit too far. There we go. And we made it. Now we essentially just need a loop like we had up there. There we go. That kind of thing works. There we go. Okay. Now that we've got this, we are able to start setting up a little bit more stuff. Should I just craft some of these? I'll start crafting some of these. So we want our railway. Yeah, it should be coming in from that way. That's what we want. And now, let's rename this to Iron Drop Off 1. So we have Iron Drop Off 1. And this is now a stop that trains can go to and get dropped off at. And what we can do is if we make sure that all of our trains are running with the same configuration, we'll say, for example, we have 3 on each, 3 cargo wagons for each engine. We now can get this going. We can have things being inserted and combined. Should be set. I know this is not the best way to offload stuff. Let me see if I remember what specifically you're supposed to do for offloading. Because they put it on the far side. I think, I don't know. I don't really care that much. I'm just doing this. It's fine. But yeah, now we can offload things. Specifically, want to offload iron. Been missing making 3 comics and animating for the past month. Makes you tired. Yeah, I can understand that. It seems pretty tiring doing all of that. Hope you're doing okay, though. There we go. Okay, so now all these are gonna come off of the belts. Add power to these. And now we are getting a bunch of iron ore coming off of the train, or we will be. Uh, the only other thing is we're gonna need to refill it with some coal. For now, I'll just pull it off of this. That's not like the best thing for us to do, but it works. It's fine. This, oh, that's the train stop that takes up that spot. It's annoying. Let's rename this. Stop 1. Do like this, and we need another fast inserter. And we can have it going there. And now we just need to, if I can press the right button, connect these up. There you go. Okay, so now we got one of our train stops done. Let's start heading up and set up our other stop. Did kind of forget a bit about that, but it's fine. And I also forgot to grab the actual resources I need to make our thing. So I am gonna grab 3 wagons along with 1 locomotive. Gonna need a lot more fast inserters. I need some more iron chests. Let's go up to this iron. I'm putting down a car, I don't care. Not even that much further away, I just didn't want to bother. Okay. So, let's add our second stop up here. This one is going to be iron pickup. And we're more or less going to be doing the same stuff. 6, 6, 6. Actually, this is going the wrong way. Sorry. Sorry, they should be inserting, not removing. I'm also going to add some chests here. And another line of these. That way, we should now essentially... one second. We will essentially be loading the iron into the chests and then out again. All right, so let me remind myself of the best way to do this. Um, if I make one of these, no, that doesn't work, does it? Okay, well, one thing I do know is no matter what, we're doing 3 balancers like this, and then I more or less just need to figure out how to... Jesus, this music is so freaking ominous. I just wanna, sorry. I just want a belt balancer that's even, man. I just want one that's even. Um, what is this telling me to do? It wants one here, here, here. And it's gonna go that, 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 that. Right, like this. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Okay, so we're gonna load some of the iron in like that. And we more or less just need to copy this. So let's go ahead and there. That. Jesus. What the hell am I going on about? I was gonna say, Jesus, this music is so ominous. It really is. Okay. So with that, should be doing all the inserts we need. Did I rename this iron pickup? Gonna change this iron pickup 1. Also with now that we have all the stuff we need, I'm placing that. Now we have our train. Fuel. Let me add a little bit of fuel for you. It is going to be automatic. And well, here let's add the stations first. So first one, iron stop. Add a wait condition. We are going to wait until um let's say full cargo. And we're gonna do the iron. Oh no, sorry, this is the wrong thing. This one's gonna be empty cargo. Iron stop, wait condition. Full cargo. There we go. So now this is gonna hang out. Set to automatic. It's going to iron stop. Once it says empty cargo, it should come all the way back and wait until it has full cargo. So let's watch this. Watch the train. And see it going all the way down here. It goes there. Oh, I changed this. This is iron stop. That's not what it's supposed to be. Oh, I accidentally closed it. Oops. Here. We're not doing this. It's iron stop is empty cargo. Iron pickup is full cargo. So now, yeah, now you're going to iron pickup. There you go. Now we get it. Now we understand. Trains. Now you're gonna wait here. They have full cargo, right? Yeah. Get it. It understands. Okay. Let's next start filling up some of these spots where we can do essentially we just need to mine some iron. Need to mine some iron. Need to mine quite a bit of iron. In order to maximize the amount of drills I can put down, I'm going to use a lot of underground belts. Okay. Yeah, so I think I can do a maximum of 3 per thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm really running out of conveyors. I was not really looking at that. Oopsies. Alright, let's head back down then. I need to grab some more stuff anyways. I also need to connect our electric poles. Yeah, I forgot that was happening before. I was not driving very well there. Sorry. Sorry, car. Sorry. Here. For a little bit, I can just do this and it'll be simpler. This works. Okay. And I don't have a radar up there yet, but I should make one. Put up there. Okay. Let's see. Radar. Where's my radar? The military? Yeah, it's a military thing. A few of these, honestly. You have a decent number of turrets that I can use. Right now, I need a lot more conveyor belts. Got a lot of conveyor belts. Anything else I'm gonna need? Anything else that's important up there? I think I'm good. I might grab a little bit more iron. Otherwise, I think I'm fine. I got a lot of ammo to throw in some temporary turrets just to make sure things don't get destroyed. I'm done with the researches again, and I don't have anything I can research right now. Unfortunately, I need to wait. I need to wait. Let's see. So, first thing, I definitely need... My car's still going. There you go. Did this not get connected? No, it didn't. There we go. Anything that didn't get... Yeah, this one. Here. I guess I'll just do this then. Okay. Now I need to just connect the rest of these and let the automatic placement do its work. There we go. And then there's a few ones down there. I probably will need to upgrade my power pretty soon. But for now, I'm just making sure it's functional. Okay, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is about 20. That makes this one about 24. And this one is also about 24. So I think... how many is it for a full thing? I think it was 20 something, but I could be wrong. Full line. Let's see. For 10... It's 20 exactly to get 10, so it's 30 for a full belt. Okay, so if this one is 20, and this one is 24, that gives us 44. And if this one is also 24, shouldn't combine these. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's about 20 as well. So if we do all of... So if we do 24... Here, I don't know why I did this. So if we have 20 plus 20, got 40. Plus 24, we got 64. And then plus another 24, we got 80 something, 80, 88. And then this one is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6. This is another 20. So we have about 108. So that's a little bit less than the 4. I think we can just balance this out to be 3, though. Here, let's see if I can find a good belt balancer for this. Here, we want to find my... God, I'm not pressing the right buttons. 6 to 3 belt balancer. 6 to 3 belt balancer. Factorio. Okay, so for that, you're gonna need a lot more splitters. Let's see if we can fit it here. That, then one back there, there, and then there, there. Now we can go this. That. I think this is about right. The only other thing is this. This. Okay, so this should be balancing it about evenly. Now all we need to do is actually bring it across. It doesn't work. Hey, the room to do this? Not really. Okay, so how am I getting these across? I need to do it this way. Yeah. Well, here, I think what I have to do, unfortunately, is bring this down a little bit to go over here. This one should be fine to go like this. And then this one should now be good to go this way. Sorry, like that. I'm not pressing the right buttons right now, but this. There we go. Okay. Now this should be completely filling up with all of our iron ore. There we go. Once the cargo is full, it should be going all the way to this stop, and it should start getting unloaded. Now the main thing I need to do now is accept that we will probably get attacked at some point, and place down some turrets to protect us. Main chance of getting attacked is probably this one. Might also get attacked from this one. But it's probably mostly going to be the one up there. So I think I will add 1 or 2 more turrets over this way. Otherwise we should be fine. They shouldn't be get attacked from below. I'm a little bit worried about this one over to the side, because there's a small chance that would attack some of our rails. I don't think there's a big chance of that happening, but it's definitely possible. But yeah, do I have my car? I don't have my car. I'm gonna ride along in this, see how that goes. I do still have some more radars I would like to place along the route. I think I accidentally just placed a few over here. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm waiting for this to get finished loading up. Should be pretty close to done. Definitely doesn't take too long to load. But once we get like faster conveyor belts and all that kind of stuff, a little while longer. But yeah, this is a very simple station. It's been about an hour. I'm probably gonna finish up soon, but we do have a lot of viewers right now. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it. Our iron is completely full. Gonna take us. Oh, I didn't even end up placing the radars because I was distracted. This is getting refilled. These are also getting filled. Um, Fortunately, kind of need to just pick up all of these, which sucks because my inventory is gonna get filled with iron ore, but can't really be helped because I did not set this up correctly. You need to start by placing the chests, and I guess I could just do this. And then from there, you are gonna have to place the rest of it. But yeah, this should be working fine for now. But we'll see. Let's see. 2, 3. Let me figure out the unloading belt balancer that I should be using. I don't know if this is correct. Strange. Okay, so it wants me to actually use some of these to manage it. Essentially going that, right? Is that what it wants me to do? That seems so weird. Why does it want me to do that? It doesn't seem correct. Let me look at this. It says to do that. That's so weird. Why would I do that? I guess this just makes it even? Oh, I see what it's doing. I think I see. Essentially, if we look at this, yeah, by using the underground belts, they get placed evenly. Okay, I got it. I got it. I see what's going on here. Gonna do this. 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 That. 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 This will be the outs. Okay. Onion. feed this over. Let's see. Very strange. This is a very strange building that I've not really used before. Also, once again, thank you everyone for stopping by. There's a lot of people for Factorio, so it's really appreciated. Um, uh, missing one splitter. All right, there we go. Okay, did do this slightly incorrectly. I want it to go this way. All right, now we got 3 lines of iron, which we can use for a lot. Okay, let's get going with this. We need to place in the rest of the inserters. And we should be good. We should be unloading all this iron exactly how we want it to be unloaded. Look at all this. You got so much iron. So much iron. Okay, we are going to need to make... now that we have all this iron, we're going to need to make a lot more furnaces, essentially. One thing we can do, just use up some of this right away. Actually, one other thing before I do that. I do want to use 3, 2, 3 belts balancer. I do want to balance these out really quick. Oop, that wasn't intentional. Just to make sure if there's ever a point where whatever something happens and it's not perfectly even, we can get it sorted out. Okay, let's see. So first off, this needs to go all the way around to that. This needs to connect to that. This is gonna go all the way back around to connect in here. Gonna go back around here. I guess it has to go here. I need 2 of these. Gonna go like this. And there we go. We got our three things balanced. And we can start doing stuff with them. But as I was saying before, first thing, I want to take a good bit of the steel, and I need to make a lot more. I don't need that, but I do need a lot more steel furnaces. Do I have steel furnaces being made? I don't think I do. Yeah, no, I don't. But essentially, if I replace all these with steel furnaces, they'll be able to operate one full line at a time, which means I will need to just build less stuff in general. So if I replace all of these, I can cut this off and use one of these lines to power it, and I can create 2 more, and that will result in a full 4, actually. the full 4 belts that we need, which is pretty good. I'm perfectly happy with that. 4 belts of iron is maybe more, like full belts rather, is maybe more than I've ever had before, which is pretty nice. I do need to get going with military science pretty soon, but I'm not super fussed about that right at this moment. I'd rather get like the base resources finished first. But I think for now, I'm just gonna save the game. I'm gonna finish up because I've been streaming for a while, and I think I'm gonna have some dinner pretty soon. Haven't actually eaten yet. And that will be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Got a lot of people right now. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. You can also, if you join the Discord in the description, you can play Minecraft with us. We have a subscriber Minecraft server. No paying. You just need to send us your information, basically. No, not like your actual information, but just say, hey, I'm subscribed. I want to join the server. And you can join. So yeah, hope you have a good one. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye.